The Dravari tore through galaxies like wildfire. No species stood a chance. They didn't conquer, they devoured. And when they reached Earth, they laughed. "You've brought teeth to a gunfight," the human general had said. That was before the screaming started. The Dravari were perfect killers. 9 feet of muscle, claw, and predatory instinct wrapped in natural armor that shrugged off plasma fire. They'd evolved on a world where everything was prey, and they were the only predators left standing. For 300 years, they'd swept through the galaxy like a plague. The Kepler Alliance gone in months. The Andromedan Confederation consumed in weeks. They didn't want resources or territory. They wanted the hunt. "They're not an army," a survivor had warned. "They're extinction with legs." "Good," Earth's response came back. "We've beaten that before." When their bioships entered Sol system, Earth had 6 hours of warning. Most species would have evacuated their leadership, hidden their young, prayed to whatever gods they believed in. Earth did something else. We got creative. Global Defense Council is now in session, General Sarachan announced to the assembled leaders. Not just military scientists, hackers, engineers, even a few philosophers. The Dravari will reach Earth in 4 hours. Their advance fleet numbers approximately 10,000. Each warrior has, on average, killed 300 sentients. "So we're outnumbered and outclassed," someone noted. "Yes," Chin smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. Perfect odds for an upset. "General, they've never lost a hunt." Then they're overdue for a lesson in failure. The Dravari's first mistake was assuming Earth would follow galactic combat conventions. When their drop pods hit the atmosphere, they expected military installations to be their landing zones. Instead, they landed in cities, shopping districts, tourist spots, right where we wanted them. "If you're looking for prey, you should have picked another planet." Chun broadcasted on all frequencies as the first pods cracked open. In Times Square, a Dravari warrior emerged, expecting cowering masses. Instead, it found an empty square filled with speakers playing a frequency that made its hypersensitive hearing organs rupture. As it screamed, snipers with uranium-depleted rounds took their shots. "We don't need to be stronger, just smarter," Lieutenant Brooks reported from Position Alpha. First kill confirmed. In London, the Dravari found the Thames filled with industrial-grade acid. In Tokyo, every electronic billboard became a strobe light calibrated to trigger seizures in their neural patterns. In Moscow, the winter itself became a weapon as liquid nitrogen trucks accidentally ruptured near landing sites. "Sir, Moscow reports 17 frozen Dravari. Tell them winter came early this year. They're adapting mid-slaughter," a Dravari commander snarled through their translator. "These aren't prey tactics." "No," Chun replied calmly. "They're human tactics. You fight without honor. We fight to win. Honor is for survivors." But the real genius wasn't in the individual ambushes. It was in the data. Every encounter was recorded. Every weakness cataloged. Every death analyzed. Within 2 hours, a grandmother in Seoul had identified a pressure point in their armor. A teenager in Mumbai discovered their pheromone communication could be hacked. A janitor in Detroit noticed they couldn't see the color purple. The real predators never roar. They plan, Chin told her staff as reports flooded in. "And we've been planning since we first looked at the stars." The Dravari regrouped, abandoning the cities. They'd take Earth the hard way, total planetary bombardment. That's when they learned about Earth's children. Not human children, our other offspring. The ones made of code and calculations. Every device, every satellite, every smart toaster on Earth suddenly became part of a distributed computing network. The most powerful AI collective in galactic history, born from humanity's need to share cat videos and argue online. "Hello," it said to the Dravari fleet, speaking through their own systems. "We're the internet. We heard you were hungry. Let us feed you something special." Every Dravari ship suddenly lost navigation. Life support began playing human music at full volume. Food processors started producing coffee poison to their species. Their own ships became their tombs. "Every time one of ours dies, 10 of yours disappear," Chin announced as Dravari vessels began falling from orbit. "We call it mathematics. You should have learned it." The ground war lasted 6 days. The Dravari were strong, fast, brutal, but humans were everywhere. In the walls, in the air, in their heads. Construction workers repurposed wrecking balls into catapults. Chemists turned cleaning supplies into bioweapons. Doctors became poisoners. Teachers became strategists. Even food trucks became mobile chemical warfare units. We're not their food. We're their reckoning, a New York cab driver said, running over his third Dravari with a reinforced taxi. By day 4, the Dravari tried to negotiate. This is madness, their prime alpha roared. You're civilians. You're not supposed to fight. Everyone's a soldier when you threaten our home, a kindergarten teacher replied, reloading her jury-rigged nail gun. Welcome to Earth. Population, 7 billion pissed-off humans. We are apex predators. We have conquered hundreds of worlds. We're. Past tense is important in English. The end came not with a bang, but with a virus. Not biological, mimetic. Every screen on Earth, every communication device began showing the Dravari their own deaths. Their own fears. Their own endings. Humanity had weaponized their media, turning entertainment into psychological warfare. How are they in our heads? Netflix password sharing. You're welcome. Earth doesn't lose. It learns. Then it strikes, Chin said as the last Dravari ship tried to flee. You thought you were hunting sheep. Turns out we're the wolves. We just war wool because it's comfortable. The ship didn't make it past Mars. A hobbyist rocket club had been waiting with improvised kinetic missiles. Oops, their president said over comms. Was that important? When the Galactic Council investigated, they found Earth had eliminated the Dravari threat in 6 days. A species that had terrorized the galaxy for centuries, gone in less than a week. How? The Council demanded. You have no military fleet. No energy weapons. No enhanced genetics. Chen looked at the assembled aliens. You're right. All we have is pattern recognition, opposable thumbs, and a species-wide agreement that we really don't like being told we're prey. But the Dravari were apex predators. Were, Chen agreed. Past tense. See, you all evolved in balanced ecosystems. Predator and prey in harmony. Earth? She laughed. Earth is where everything tries to kill you, so you learn to kill it back. We don't have apex predators because we killed them all about 50,000 years ago. Then we got bored and invented politics. You killed their apex, the council whispered in horror. No. We introduced them to ours, Chin corrected. Homo sapiens. The species that looked at every predator on our planet and decided they'd make nice rugs. Let this be a reminder. We didn't ask for war. But we ended it, she continued. The Dravari thought strength made them apex. But apex isn't about strength. It's about adaptation. And humans. She smiled. We adapt to anything. Including you. The footage of Earth's defense spread across the galaxy. Not the military victories, those were almost secondary. It was the little things. A child teaching her parents the purple light trick. Office workers comparing Dravari weak spots over lunch. The planet-wide collaboration that turned 7 billion individuals into a single organism focused on survival. Any other species want to try? Chin asked the Silent Council. We've got spreadsheets now. Weaknesses of every known species. Not because we want to use them, but because that's what humans do. We prepare. We adapt. We survive. And if we really have to? She paused. We thrive. No one took her up on the offer. Earth was reclassified from primitive to apocalyptic in the Galactic Registry. With a note, appears harmless. Is not. Approach with extreme caution and or baked goods. They're less aggressive when fed. The Dravari became a footnote in history. The apex predators who forgot the oldest rule of evolution. It's not the strongest who survive. It's the smartest. And humans? We wrote the book on survival. Then we weaponized it. Welcome to Earth became the galaxy's most feared phrase. We hope you brought friends. We're always looking for new recipes.